Good morning. All right. So my name is Kate Moyer from I Am Kate Moyer. And today I want to talk about some recap that I had heard at the Tony Robbins conference, which was amazing. If you have ever seen Tony Robbins live, go ahead and put in the comments. If you ever wanted to see him live, go ahead and put it in the comments because that has been a bucket list item forever for me. And we were 3 rows from the front. So 200 people-ish in the room, just with Tony for 4.5 hours. I could not imagine doing his Date with Destiny for 6 days because that would be amazing. Okay. So I'm going to try to keep this short and I'm going to put it into different pieces because I think it's a lot of information to try to condense and I want to do it the credit that it deserves. So the most aha moment for me is that today, your journey starts today. Okay. So whatever has happened in the past, it doesn't really matter as much as how you're going to move forward. And then he also made the comment to say, to get out of your head, right? And so we talked a lot about emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is your state, the story you tell yourself and others, and the strategy that you're using on a regular basis. So if you think about any time that you have had a massive breakthrough in your life, okay, so personal or relationship, you can think about what happened, okay, what got you emotionally to the point to make a change, where now it's not I should do this, it's I must do this, and you take action. Okay, so that's a question, and I want you to write it down because I can tell you that by writing down my scenarios, I needed to get to the point of pure frustration and emotional breakdown before I will take action of a must. So I need to be disrespected to the point where I am so disappointed and frustrated. I need to be feeling undervalued or unappreciated. Those are big ones for me to make me want to make a breakthrough and a massive action. Okay, so that's me. Yours might be completely different, but I definitely notice a trend between personal relationships and breakthroughs in that, like what ended a relationship, and in business and in life, and what changes I have made as a catalyst that has resulted in where I am today. So first and foremost, what emotional state were you to say enough is enough? I need to make a change. I must do this, not should, not could, must, right? You're going to take. And then second is what action did you take? So I cut ties. That's what I do. I just cut it and I move on to the next thing, and as a result of that, the third question was what happened because you had that breakthrough. And I think the thing that I noticed, and I want to share my experience, is what I noticed is that I need to feel super disrespected, unappreciated, undervalued, lied to, like that trust factor is so important to me. And then my action that I take for massive action to have a breakthrough is I immediately take action. Like I don't play around. I need to do this. I must do this. And I do it. Okay. And so I usually have to cut ties because I'm very easily swayed to move back to things just because that's the way my nature. And then the third thing is as a result of, I either grew and my life is way richer because of that growth, or it changed the trajectory of my life for the better because now I've left that negative energy behind, right? So that is my question for you is how can you change that situation to have a breakthrough? And he really focused a lot on the state that you're in, the emotional state. So are you energetic? If you're not energetic, what do you need to do to become an energetic person? Drinking more coffee is not the answer, right? You want to take the energy to move your body. You want to move your mind. You want to fill it with good things, right? You want to deal with the hard stuff. So you're not spending a lot of energy dealing with, drama or venting or all that kind of stuff. You want to change your state so that you're healthy, you're energized, you're excited, you're motivated, you're ready to take the day and conquer the day. The story you tell yourself also matters. So if you are always saying, one day, or if only people would, or they're just so annoying, and ranting about other people, that is going to change the story for the worse, right? Because you're focusing on the negativity, or you're saying woe is me instead of taking action to become the person you want to be. So the story and the state really, really matter, because the story you tell yourself, like, I'm not smart enough, I don't know enough people, if only I was born into a better family, or, if only I had this, or only if I made that, or, if only, instead of saying, okay, what do I need to do to make this happen? And not just like, oh, this is the only option. Like, he challenged us to think of lots of different options. So say, for an example, you're unhappy in a position, you're feeling unappreciated, you must make a choice to leave, right? So some people say, oh, well, if only I could find the perfect job. Well, he's saying, is that the only option? Or maybe the option is, okay, I'm going to, find a job that pays me, what I need to make. And I'm also going to maybe have to have a side hustle for a little bit until I find the perfect job. Or maybe another alternative is, how can I change the situation of where I am? Or is there something else that I need to look at and expand my options, right? So there's always an ability to change your story. And sometimes people live in the place of woe, or, poor me, or feeling overwhelmed, instead of saying, let's break it down into small pieces. So there was a lady in the room, and she talked about her story and her situation. And she says, if only, I had enough income for 2 people, then my life would be better. And he said, okay, well, let's talk about that, because that's a lot. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders. And so instead of looking for the perfect strategy, which is a part of the equation, mindset is actually 80% of the equation. And so mindset is the story and the state that you're in. So you need to really focus on building up your personal development, building up your mindset, building up your energy, building up your ability to handle the situations, because the bigger the more successful you get, the bigger problems that you have. And so the problems that are here today are expanding our threshold of giving us the ability to continue to grow and expand and get stronger and stronger as we get more and more successful, so we can handle bigger and bigger problems. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. So really, I want you to think about, what can you do in your daily habits to build your mindset? So what part of the day are you going to do personal development? The second question is, what part of the day are you going to move your body? Because that creates energy. And he had talked about the warrior pose, right? And just standing and saying, yes, like really getting high energy, because that builds energy. In 2 minutes, you can change your energy level if you choose to, if you move your body or use your voice, or, build your energy up or your mindset up. You're going to then be able to handle more. So your threshold gets bigger, so you can become more successful in your business, or in your personal life, or in your whatever it is that you're focusing on. Okay. So hopefully this is helpful. So state is very important. The story you tell yourself and others is super, super important. And the strategy, while important, is a part of the equation. Okay. It's not the whole equation. So you can have a great strategy, but if you have poor mindset and poor story, right, your strategy is not going to get you very far. So you want to really focus on your mindset, what state you're in, your energy levels, and your story that you're telling yourself and others, to make sure that it is moving you into the direction you want to go, versus that woe is me and staying in the place that you are. So if you're telling yourself, I can't get any other customers, but everyone else is getting customers, go and look and see what they're doing to get those other customers. If you say, oh, I can never recruit, go and look at what other people are doing that are recruiting, learn from them, observe them, do what they're doing, right? Because that's going to move your story from I can't to I'm going to try, or I am going to be a recruiter, or whatever your story or your direction is. So how you frame it matters, and how you communicate that to yourself and to others matters. So hopefully this is helpful. I can't wait to hear your takeaway, and I'd love to know your aha moments for how you typically have a breakthrough, because I had mine very, very clear when I wrote out different scenarios. They were all the same story of what got me to the end of the day, because I had the same state of mind that made me, I must do it. And so I did it. That's my story. I overcame the obstacle And as a result, I had a breakthrough and my life changed for the better. So I'm hoping that you'll notice the same with you of what happens so you can see your pattern and you can identify it and you can get stronger and stronger and stronger, have more and more breakthroughs every day that you are moving forward.